All right, this is going to be Real Talk, episode 59. And for those of you who are unaware of how I do my Real Talks, I basically just talk about whatever I want. I'll have a topic in the title of the video, but I can pretty much go off in any direction and talk about whatever I want. And since I've been gone for so long, this is going to be one of those videos. I'm not sure how long it's going to be, but I'm going to be all over the place. So forgive me, try to have some patience and bear with me as best as you can, but I am going to be all over the place. I don't even know where to begin, honestly. I'm just going to start talking about random stuff. The first thing I'll talk about is why I took such a long break and why I came back. I didn't want to come back at this time. I actually wanted to wait a little longer, but it was one of those things where it's now or never, because the longer I was away, the less I wanted to come back. And I realized at some point where I was like, if I don't come back, I'm not going to come back. That's what I felt like, right? And the reason for that is going to go back to what I said earlier about why I took a break to begin with. I've done this in the past, and when I do take these breaks, I do tend to fill you guys in on the reasoning. And the reason why I tell you guys is because I feel like you guys, some of you anyways, that care enough, right, would like to know why I do that. The main reason, to be honest, is frustration. I get frustrated with the way things are going, whether it be my conversations with people on the channel, my real life, whatever the case may be, right? There'll be different reasons for why I take breaks. This last time, I was really frustrated with everything. I was frustrated with my viewers. I was frustrated with my life. I was frustrated with the state of the world. And last year, I didn't really put out too much content. Last year was a year where I just observed a lot of things. I was just seeing the world for what it was, right? And one thing that has been made abundantly clear to me is that I'm never wrong about anything. Anything I've ever said on this channel, never been wrong in my life about anything. This channel, the channel I had before, if you know me in real life, if you've had conversations with me personally, I've never been wrong. And the more I live my life, the more things are verified for me and proven to me that the way I saw it was the way that it was. There's never any new information presented to me that contradicts me or makes me feel wrong. Never. I've never had that happen. So I'm still waiting for that to happen. And I might sound a little arrogant, or I might sound like I'm bragging here or whatever, but I'm going to say it anyways. I think I'm the smartest person in the world. And I'm not talking about book smart. I'm not talking about I know everything, like every mathematical calculation, every word in the dictionary. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when it comes to understanding knowledge and things being presented to me and understanding what the truth is about everything. That's the kind of smart I'm talking about, right? I'm not talking about anything else. When it comes to that, nobody is smarter than me when it comes to that. I am easily the smartest person in the world when it comes to that. What does that mean? It means that nobody can BS me. Nobody can trick me. Nobody can lie to me. I see through everything. And when I tell you guys something, I'm not telling you because I want to debate with you or I want to know your opinion. Although you are entitled to your opinion, you can think whatever you want. And if you feel compelled to leave me a comment in my videos to tell me how you feel about something, that's your right. However, that doesn't mean I have to listen to you or take you serious or even care about what you're saying. Because I already told you what it is. That's it. And I've been very adamant on this channel about the way I do things. I just tell you guys what it is, take it or leave it. This channel is not a debate channel. This is not a channel where you come here and you have a disagreement with me and you want to have an argument. We go back and forth and compare notes. Maybe initially when I first made my first channel a long time ago, I had that belief that I could learn from other people, or people would present things to me and then we can have a discussion and compare notes and all of that. But I'm not even nowhere near that anymore. Like, I'm way past that. That's another version of me that's so different that I can't even recognize it. Let's just put it that way. But regardless, where we are now and the way things are going to go going forward, if you want to communicate with me, you want to have conversations with me, and you want to present your ideas, that's all fine and dandy. Don't expect me to change what I say or think differently no matter what you say to me. There are a lot of people that will say things and they'll try to convince me or try to change my mind or try to make me see things in a different way. I assure you, I am right about everything. I don't need to change the way I say things. I don't need to see things differently. That is during this break, because I've been observing the world. I've been learning more. I've been seeing things for what they are. But what has been proven to me more than anything is that I'm always right. And when I try to give people the benefit of the doubt, and I try to be a nice guy and say, oh, what do you have to say? Or what do you think about this? That's where I make mistakes. I should never, ever let any human on this godforsaken planet tell me anything. And if you have that in your mind, that you're going to come here and try to tell me anything, I am not the person for you to watch. I'm being as nice about this as I can be. Because again, I'm just coming back. I don't want to start off on a bad foot and all of that. I want to kind of just ease back into what I was doing before. And again, I take breaks because I get frustrated with talking to humans who just don't seem to understand what I'm saying and want to try to change what I'm saying so it can make them feel good. I'm not here to make you feel good. There's ASMR channels for that. You want a massage? Go get massages in real life. This is not what this channel is. I've never ever presented this channel to be some kind of feel-good channel. I've never told you guys I'm a good person. I never said I'm an angel or anything like that, or a light worker. I'm somebody that's simply here to tell you the truth about the world you're living in and what's going on. And I also give you guys solutions to the problems. Whether you want to listen to me or do that, that's on you, right? I can't control you and make you do anything. I can only tell you what I see with my eyes that have never lied to me. And then you do what you want with that information. My hope is, and this is kind of hopeless to be honest, at this point, at least that's what it feels like. But my hope is that you guys learn from what I'm saying and take action and do something about the world we're living in. Because I can assure you, this world is far darker than you can imagine. Any of you light workers or people that are living on cloud nine, or you're in the clouds somewhere thinking everything's peachy and heavenly, this world is far darker than you can imagine. You haven't even seen 1% of how dark things can get. And it can happen in a second. It can happen in a snap of a finger. Things can get dark. Now, let me talk about my personal life a little bit so you guys can get an idea. I've had personal issues in my life, right? And at this current time, my life is actually pretty good. My personal life is good. But as I've told people that I know personally, and I'm going to tell you guys right now, Just because your personal life or my personal life is good doesn't mean the world is good. This is the delusion that you humans have. And I'm talking to anybody that's listening to me right now. If you think you're special, I assure you, you're not. All right? Listen to what I'm telling you. Just because your life may be good doesn't mean the world is good. And if your life is not good, then you should definitely be listening to what I'm saying right now. But assuming that your life is good, that does not mean that everything else around you is okay. You're just basically turning a blind eye to all the things around you because you have the luxury of ignoring it. That doesn't mean things are good. If you have money, if you're rich or whatever, guess what? The world is controlled by money. And you know who controls the money? The governments. And you know what the governments do? They create wars. They kill people. That's what they do. They control your life. So if you think that's good, if you think money is good, if you think governments are good, if you think countries are good, if you think languages are good, cultures and all this other bullshit you guys believe in, that's what's causing all the problems in the world right now. And it's always been that way. It's just that you guys have been fooled into believing that these things are good and that you need them, but you don't. That's the truth of the matter. But this world is a very evil and dark place. And again, I'm going to tell you guys, my personal life is pretty damn good right now. But I'm not ignorant enough to think that because and you know how they say ignorance is bliss, right? Well, I'm not that ignorant that my life is so blissful that I'm going to ignore the shit that I see all over the fucking world. There's nothing good. Nothing. Nothing at all. And yet, I have people, and this is before I took a break, that are trying to tell me that I'm too negative or I need to dial it back a little bit and not be so aggressive with people, blah, blah, blah. On the contraire, mon frere, I'm not being aggressive enough. I'm actually being too nice. That's actually the problem. And I'm letting too many of you humans affect me to the point where I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do, or at least what I feel I should be doing. I really don't need to do shit. I don't need to do YouTube. I don't need to do anything. But for your sake, for your life, and the world around me, because I want things to be better. I want things to be different. And this is where I care a little bit about you humans. And I see how you guys are so ignorant and you're suffering. And I'm like, well, how do I fix this? Because I'm tired of seeing it. It annoys me. Even though I can turn a blind eye and ignore everything going on around me for the rest of my life and not give a fuck about any of you, I'm choosing to speak up and say things. That's what I'm trying to do. What I need from you guys is, if you're not going to do the work and you're not going to change the world, then you need to support me. However you can. However you can. Whether it's by subscribing, my Patreon, whatever you can do that. Sharing, the best thing you can do is subscribe and share my information. Subscribing is free and sharing my information is free. Or at least talking to other people about, if you don't even like what I'm saying, but you at least agree that there are problems in the world, try to change the world for the better. However you think you can do that. Right? And everybody knows right from wrong. I don't want to hear this bullshit about, well, what do I do or what should I do? I don't know what I should. Figure it the fuck out. I shouldn't have to tell you what you need to do to make the world a better place. If you think things are wrong now, then do the opposite, right? It's that simple. If the world is fucked up and you agree with what I'm saying and you don't like the way things are going, Do the opposite of what's going on in the world right now. Everything needs to change. This world is completely backwards. So pretty much anything you would do in the opposite way of the way things are going is going to lead to a positive result. Let's just put it that way. That's how easy and simple it is to make a difference. But if people don't want to do anything and everybody's just waiting for a savior or somebody else to do something, it's never going to happen. We're all going to be sitting in the same exact world. Some of us better off than others. But the suffering is still going to be there. The control is still going to be there. The fighting and the death and everything else is going to be there. And eventually, it'll come to you. I use this example all the time. I tell people, I'm like, do you think there were rich people in Ukraine? Do you think there were rich people, or should I say light workers in Ukraine? People that were well off and they were meditating because they had all the money in the world. They can just, forget about the world. Ignore everything going on around them. Just meditate, namaste. Just sit under a tree all day and pray to whatever source they prayed to, right? Do you think those people existed in Ukraine before Russia came in there and fucked them up? I guarantee you there were people like that. And I guarantee you those same people never thought that Russia was going to come in there and do that shit to them. And guess what happened? They're still there. They're still going through this shit. If they're even alive. And that could happen anywhere. It could happen in the United States. It can happen anywhere in the fucking world. Where these governments can gang up and kill the citizenship of the country they hate. Russia and China could team up and fuck the United States up. It's that simple. It's that fucking simple. And there's no other country in the world that can help us. So if you're sitting in the United States and you think everything's peachy and you're just chilling, nothing's going to happen to me because I'm rich and I got guns and this and that, let a nuke drop on your ass and see how much all that shit matters. It won't. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Until we get rid of these governments and countries and laws and all this shit that keeps us in bondage. And I'm not saying every law is bad either. Some laws are good, but a lot of laws are not good. That's what I'm saying. So get rid of the laws that hurt the population. Keep the laws that help the people. Use your common sense to figure it out. If you can't figure it out, I'll figure it out for you. But long story short, there are too many problems in the world with these governments and countries, and they control everything. And at the drop of a dime, they can attack each other and start a war with each other, and then the populations are the ones that are left to suffer. And you know why this happens? Because the populations are being too lazy and don't want to stand up to their governments and say, we're done with this shit. A lot of you might hear this and say, oh, you know what? This sounds good. This is music to my ears. But you're not going to do shit, are you? You're just going to listen and say, oh, I agree with him. But what are you going to do? You know what I'm doing? What I'm doing right here. I'm spreading the message. That's what I'm trying to do. Now, if I was bigger, like let's say Tim Pool or somebody like that, if I had more clout, a bigger channel, and I have more support, then I can talk on bigger stages and I can get more information out. That takes time, obviously. But what I don't need is people going against me and trying to argue with me and tell me that I need to change the way I do things or I'm wrong about something. I've never been wrong about anything and I don't need to change the way I do things. What I need for you guys to do is to listen and learn and then take action. If you don't agree, fine. Don't watch me. It's that simple. But don't try to change what I'm saying and don't try to change me. That shit will never happen. If anything, I'm going to get worse. And what I mean by worse is I'm going to be more of myself. And if you like the way I am, good. If you don't, then kick rocks. What else can I say, right? But again, I'm not angry. And I'll try to be a little more, what do they call it? Level-headed. I'll try to do that, right? Be more tempered in the way I say things. But I'm still going to try to have the same passion and the same energy, because the problems that I have with the world, you can't sneeze at that shit. You can't like take it lightly. You can't be like, oh yeah, let's just talk about how fucked up the world is. It's nothing to smile about. It's nothing to laugh about. It's serious. So that's why I have to be serious about the things I say. It's that simple. It's not a joking matter. It's not something, it's not light. It's not light work in terms of easy or something that I can say in a simple way where you guys are like, oh, that feels good to me that he said this like this. No, there are other people that do that. I'm not that person. I'm going to say it in the way that I see it, and I'm going to give you the raw energy that I have behind it. I'm not going to hold back anything. I've done that way too much, and it hasn't led anywhere. That's the truth. All it leads to, when I hold back and I try to work with people or listen to your perspective or take advice from people, it never benefits me, and it doesn't benefit anyone, really. It just puts me back. And then I end up, taking breaks and stuff like that because I get frustrated. And I'm just trying to share information. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to hurt anybody, or I'm really not trying to fight with people, but if you guys come to me, and I'm very thorough with the things I say, and if you don't understand me, and this is your first video watching me, go and watch all my other content, and then you'll understand me. But if you're just watching this video and you think you know me and you think you're just going to say whatever, it's not going to work in your favor. Let's just put it that way. But I'm trying to just share information and get somewhere. And I've learned a lot of things. I've studied a lot of things, especially in this last year. That's all I've been doing, because I haven't been really making videos. I've been in my own zone. And I'm like, damn, this world is fucking worse than I thought. That's what I've learned. It's worse than I thought. Even worse than when I was making videos before. It's worse than that. That's how bad this world is. And I know people don't want to hear doom and gloom and, oh, woe is me. Oh, man. I'll give you guys some hope. You can fix this world. We can all fix it. There's your hope. But you have to do something about it. It's not going to get fixed if you sit your lazy ass there and do nothing. That's not going to fix shit. I'm just telling you that right now. So there's your hope. You want things to get better? You want the world to be fixed? Do something about it. That's how you fix it. There. Is that positive enough for you guys? Is you guys getting something from that? You feel good? But that's it. It's very simple. And the funny thing about it is, a lot of the things that you can do are actually non-action, meaning you don't have to actually do anything. It's just taking a stand and saying, I don't want to do this, or this isn't right, we shouldn't do that. That's actually the majority of the things that you guys need to do, is actually just take a stand and say, I don't want to do this shit anymore. I'm not participating in this. For instance, I'll give you an example. Supporting governments that kill people. That's pretty much all the governments right there. Don't support any of them. Period. Are you guys going to do that? No, right? But then you're going to cry and complain about the war in Ukraine, the Syrians and fucking what's happening over there, and the Palestinians. You guys are going to cry about all that shit, but you're not doing anything to stop the problem, which is don't support these fucking governments that are causing these genocides, right? Right? I'm telling you the solution. You see how I'm giving you the solution? I'm giving you the answer to the test. I'm the teacher. I'm telling you how to get 100 on the fucking test. Listen to what the fuck I'm saying. Stop supporting the governments that are causing the genocides. And if you're going to support them, then stop fucking crying about the genocides. Because you're indirectly and directly responsible for the genocides, whether you know it or not. By your inaction and your support of the governments, you are causing the genocides. And you don't even realize it. This is my problem with humans. You guys are extremely ignorant. And you don't even see the shit that you do. But you want to cry and complain and whine. And then when somebody like me points it out to you and tells you, you don't want to listen. This is what gets me to like, this is where I get really frustrated and I'm like, fuck everybody. Because you guys are retarded. That's how I feel. I'm like, you guys are not listening to shit and you're not doing shit, but you want to cry and complain about all the problems. And then when somebody's trying to help you and tell you what the problems are, you want to complain to that person. What's wrong with you people? I'm talking to every fucking body watching me right now. I don't care who you are. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Don't cry and complain about problems if you don't want to do shit about it. Right? Now look at me. I'm the only person that I feel that wants to do anything. But what can I do if nobody else wants to do shit? I can't do shit by myself. That's the truth. I can't change everything by myself because if nobody wants to listen, it doesn't matter what the fuck I say. Nobody's going to do shit. So I'm on an island. That's what it feels like. That's why I say I'm a one-man island. I'm by myself. I'm a one-man country. I'm a one-man religion. I'm a one-man everything. Because the way I think and feel, nobody else can match that. Nobody's going to say the shit I say. Nobody's going to be willing to do the shit I'm willing to do. But give me a big enough platform. Let me get really big on this YouTube shit. And you'll see what the fuck I do. Anyways, I've said enough. I think you guys get the point. I'm going to try to start making regular content like I was before. I do want to stream. I've said this in the past. I'm not going to make you guys any promises on when I'm going to stream. I'm just going to say I do want to stream. I don't know when that's going to happen. I have the good news is my life is good now. What does that mean? That means I can do whatever the fuck I want. So I can stream or not. There's nothing in my life stopping me. Before, there were a lot of things in my life, in my personal life, that I was like, fuck, this shit is impeding my ability to do YouTube and social media. Now I have literally nothing. The last few months, I haven't done shit. I've been chilling and relaxing because I've been enjoying my life. Because my life is in a good place. So for those of you that are watching that backstab me, you fucked up. You fucked up. And guess what? I don't give a fuck. You're gone. My life is better. So I'm glad you left because now my life is good. So maybe that was the problem, that you were in my life. But anyways, regardless, I've been chilling for the last few months. And that's why I'm like, I don't even need to do YouTube. I can do whatever the fuck I want. But I'm doing this as a favor to you humans who are completely helpless and can't figure out how to fix the world. That's what I'm doing now. Now I'm actually showing a slight bit of care for you humans, even though I don't need to do this shit. So hopefully you guys wake the fuck up and do something for yourselves. Anyways, if you like, comment, subscribe, share what you can. Hit the notification bell. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.